Hello everybody, it's Joker, and as per usual, this is How Was My Day, number 6. And you guys might have noticed a few things. My last vlog was in between Saturday and Sunday. I was a little bit late in uploading it. And today's Wednesday, I believe. Yeah. And I haven't uploaded since Sunday, pretty much. That is because I've had finals and projects due for my summer classes, so it's been hard to get to this, and also just a bunch of other things going on. And it's kind of weird talking in a vlog and not being able to tell you guys exactly what is going on with my life, but I promised you guys that one day we'll get to it. It's just a little bit too personal, so you guys will have to excuse me for that. But yeah, let's see, what is there to talk about? So I just finished 2 of my finals. I only have to go to class one more time, that's tomorrow, and that's only to fulfill the class hours and requirements, and also to get the extra credit for having perfect attendance. And aside from that, not much else that I can talk about actually happened this week. So this weekend I have some relatives coming over. I have an aunt and cousins, 2 of them, and my grandma, and my cousins will be staying in the attic, and my aunt will be staying in my brother's room. So, and my grandma will be sleeping downstairs. But yeah, so this weekend will be a little bit busy. There's probably not going to be that many videos coming out for vlogging unless I do go out, which in that case you guys will be able to see me in a different light. I do have one thing to talk about. So as I said, I was taking 2 classes this summer, and I'm completing one of them tomorrow. This actually made me pretty pissed off, but maybe I reacted in a bad way. So normally when you ask a student, or if you guys are students, I know some people don't pursue higher level education. Higher education, yeah. But even if you're in high school or whatever education, or even in just a normal daily conversation, when you ask someone to make a statement or to take a side or for their opinion, and they take that stance and they back it up with evidence, you don't try to correct their statement, you know. So I was assigned a film assignment. It was for my human sexuality class, and human sexuality encompasses a lot of things, not just the activity sex, but also sexual orientation, gender identity, and, you know, STIs, contraceptions, and that kind of stuff. So she told us that from a list of movies, they had different themes of human sexuality. We had to watch one and review it. So the one I chose was 500 Days of Summer. I might have mentioned this before. But I wrote a pretty good, well, what I thought to be a pretty good essay. I knew that I was making grammatical errors and things like that, but I thought that was, well, what I did that for was an establishment of voice, which I thought was pretty interesting. So I was pretty proud of my essay. It was 5 pages long. I answered all of the required questions completely. But when I got it back, I got 20 out of 70 points. That means that my teacher thought that my essay was less than 50% of the point total, which is already an F. She thought it was worse than a possible F, and that's a plain flying bar, if you guys can hear that. If you guys can't, then perfect. Which I thought was pretty, I mean, I'm okay with getting a 20 out of 70. You know, I'm not like the stereotypical Asian that goes like, if I even miss 1 point, I'm gonna kill somebody. But, I missed 50 points out of 70. So I wondered why. I looked through my paper, and on the back it said, 1, not sure you actually watched the movie. 2, it's too vague. 3, you made a bunch of grammatical errors, and there was a fourth comment. I'd pull it out right now, but I'm just a little too lazy. And I just didn't understand. Okay, I get that I did grammatical errors and stuff like that, but I thought you only cared about that in if the message was still understandable. I thought, well, maybe it's just me, but it's not because I had other people review it. But I figured, the message was still understandable. In high school, you do care about making everything, super professional and stuff, but you don't even teach... This class wasn't even taught in a professional manner, where a bunch of judgments about people's character was made, and, there's a bunch of cursing, swearing, and sexual innuendos being thrown out. So I figured, a lot of college professors really like the use of voice. And what that means is when I capitalize a whole word, I caps lock that word, it shows emphasis on it. Yeah, you can use italics or anything else to make it look professional, but I chose to do it my way. And I guess I suffered for it, so that was okay. What I don't get is that if I specifically pull out themes, questions, and parts of the plot for a movie, how do you not get that I watched that movie? There is no way to justify that. And so I lost points for that, and I thought that was ridiculous. She mentioned that there was some part of a question that I did not answer. That wasn't true at all. It's just she did not read my essay. It was obvious that she didn't read it because she was making comments about it. And I've heard she did that with a lot of people's essays, and what I'm assuming is because our class has about 68 people or something like that, she just skimmed through it and maybe read the first sentence. And I think I would agree with her if it was just based off the first sentence of every paragraph. Yeah, definitely my essay sucked. But, I didn't think it was too bad after the second or third sentence. I started it off with, if you guys have watched 500 Days of Summer, you guys know how the beginning starts with a pretense, and the end the end addresses that same pretense. So, I at least started at the beginning, and then I started at the end, and then I ended at the end, and I'll explain to you what my first three sentences were. It was something along the lines of, the film 500 Days of Summer is the story about a person who, something along the lines of going through a cliche of what he believed their relationship was supposed to be. And then I stated, this is the few sentences I'm actually proud of. I'm proud of the fact that I started with the pretense that, the movie starts with the pretense that if there are any similarities with any people that you know, or events that have happened, it's purely coincidence. And coincidentally, the movie also ends that you cannot rely on stars to justify everything or to explain what actually happened. Sometimes it's all just coincidence. So I thought that was really clever, and I was actually pretty proud of it. But apparently that, and I also ran that through my entire essay. But apparently I did not watch the movie, so I was pretty pissed off about that. And I spent quite a lot of time on it, too. So on Monday and Tuesday, I spent the whole day pretty much writing up a 9-page assignment for my cultural geography class, which that paper actually turned out pretty well. That was 92 out of 100. And because of that, when I went into class the next day, and turned in, and received my grade for my film assignment, I was pretty shocked, Yeah, I just spent all this time doing project after project after project, and then the assignment that I turned in on Thursday comes back with less than a 50%. So, some might say I'm entitled. I think I was robbed, to be honest, But anyway, aside from that, today is Wednesday, that was Tuesday. And today we had a BDSM speaker come into our human sexuality class. Well, actually, before I talk about that, I took a final for cultural geography, and that went decent. Like, there's some parts I didn't know, most parts I felt I did well on. And that was the beginning of my day. I was actually 30 minutes late because I overslept. But the teacher was really nice. She just smiled and handed me the final. And it was all good. that's why, in a sharp contrast from that class to my next class, I really started not appreciating it. So yeah, we had that BDSM speaker come in, which BDSM, if you don't know, it's 3 acronyms all in one, which is bondage and discipline, sadism, masochism, and in the middle where the D and S meet is domination and submission. So we had people come in and they explained to us how things work, how there's a bunch of respect in between them. If someone needs to stop, then everything just stops and they see if everything's okay between each other. Which there are some evil people who do BDSM without the other person's consent, but for the most part, I'm not even sure if I can say for the most part. The teacher was implying it was for the most part, but that's because she's talking about the people presenting and stuff like that. But I'm not sure if most people who practice BDSM in the world actually do respect their partners. But yeah, this guy came in, he was showing us different ways to tie people up and to inflict pain in a way that induces pleasure. So that was really interesting, actually. And I was gonna go, because I hadn't slept in a while, and this is why these videos are coming out really late. But I was gonna go to a cafe and get myself a refreshment and kind of reward myself for the week of physical labor and stuff like that. But I decided to come straight home, and as you guys know, people are coming over, so I'm probably gonna clean up. But yeah. Oh yeah. Also, I did not release that Minecraft or Cube World video. Like I said before, my files got corrupt, so I'm not going to be doing the Minecraft one. I'll be doing a different video, but that'll come out on a later date. And I'll have a Cube World episode coming out, which I probably should do right now. So yeah. So for some reason my recording stopped, but yeah, I was going to say Cube World's coming out, and sorry for all the delays and everything. Hopefully after this weekend we'll start going into a normal schedule again, because I don't have any more school until like the end of September or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, hopefully, if I get the time to. And if not, then you guys should be looking at my gaming channel. It's all in the description, so yeah, go ahead and check that out. And I'll talk to you guys next time. See you later.